Hello, my name's Jan. I'm going to show you how to set up simple fog inside of Unreal Engine. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe for more videos, and don't forget to check out my website 3dsassetlibrary.com for Unreal and Unity Engine assets. So here we go. Now go over to our modes panel here and type in fog, and we want the exponential height fog, and drag that in. And so you'll notice here we've got this our little gizmo here, and over the right here we've got our fog. So it hasn't really done much, so we just hide that. We can see it's done a little bit there, but nothing up close. So what we do is you've got your fog density here. So if I put that right the way up to 1, you can see straight away what that's done. So put that 0.5. Your fall off, if you look up here, this is I think how much it disappears as it's going up into the sky. So there you go, you can see gradually it's disappearing there, or coming down lower. Scatter color, so this is the color of the fog. So what we'll do is we'll set this, say, to that, so you can get some great like fantasy type looks here. I'll just leave it at that for the minute because we can see. So if we do that, there we go, we've got an idea of what's going on here. Adjust that down, so we'll put that at 0.5 for the minute. Now this is your opacity, self-explanatory there. As you can see there, that's adjusting it so it's sort of not so aggressive. Your start distance is, what I'll do is I'll just adjust my light here. There we go. So a start distance here, that is how close it is to the camera. So think of the fog of war in games, when you're playing fog of war, what's the best example? A haunted house. Let's think Silent Hill. So how close is that? The fog's right up to the camera. How they used to do it is obviously they would drag that out so you'd see everything in this ring, and gradually as you're getting closer to the fog, that you're never actually in the fog, if that makes sense. So that can be handy for, say, Command and Conquer type games, or again horror games, or for hiding stuff, which you don't really need to do nowadays, but hiding stuff in the distance. You can have it right off over there, so it's not ever close to you, it's just in the distance. Now I'll just reset that back to what it was. What is really handy, and I use a lot, is volumetric fog. So what we'll do is we'll scroll down to the volumetric fog tab and we'll turn that on. Now this reacts more like, I guess, more realistic fog. It reacts to the light a lot better in the scene. It can be a bit intensive when you get into volumetrics, but it can really bring a scene to life, or a still render or whatever. So you've got your scattering distribution. That's how much of the fog, what's the best way to explain it, but I guess fog particles are scattered around. Albedo is much like the other one. We've got purple here. Excuse me. Extinction scale, so that's how much, I guess in a way it's a bit like opacity. Your view distance, again, that's how far in the distance you can see it, etc. This is also fantastic for, I've created a little box scene here with windows, with a window in, and what we're going to do is we're just going to go to my light, and I'm just going to put this up pretty high. Yeah. So what we're going to do here is, if I go back to my fog and scroll down back again to volumetrics, you can see here that if I adjust this scattering, I'll just change the colour of this because you'll show it better. So what you can see here is you've got a purple haze coming down, and as I'm adjusting the scattering, it's reacting how almost light shafts would come through a window, or how fog would react in real life. If I turn that off, it fills the whole room with fog here. So you can see here, that's not necessarily how it would work. Well, no, it wouldn't work like that, because obviously you would essentially you'd have glass here, etc. This is more realistic in that it's just causing enough haze. As I say, when you when you look at a glass at a certain angle, sometimes you can see the dust all going around and things like that. This is what this is ideal for. So yeah, that's pretty simple in what you can do with the fogs. And there's atmospheric fog, which controls, that's always on by default. This controls essentially the sky fogs and things like that, the amount of haze, some of the sky aspects, but I've never really touched that for a lot of the stuff I do, but I'll address that in another tutorial. So yeah, if you find this helpful, please do like and subscribe. Cheers.